Howdy there, folks. I just wanted to give a quick tour, well, we'll see how quick it is, of the nursery spaces at the moment. We are in the second week of July, and let's take a look at what we got going on. So I have two main nursery areas, soon to be three, and they are all kind of a hodgepodge of things. I always have ideas of some semblance of order, and I will get there at some point. But here we have a gigantic rhubarb, which it's going to be my mother plant. Some Hablitzia or Caucasian mountain spinach. Basically, I have a block of goji berry. There's random garlics and sweet cicely throughout here, but I've got Crimson Star goji berry, dynamite, and edible leaf, large leafed goji berry. In here, I've also have some gumi, red flowering currant, yasta berry in here, and you can see one of the leading characters in here is sea kale. I've really tried to propagate out a lot of sea kale this year, and so I have quite a bit represented in here. I also have a good amount in the other nursery area. And so we also have some borage coming through here. It just self-seeds itself. And I had scattered out a bunch of bronze fennel, perennial bronze fennel. I'm hoping to be able to offer that this year. And I also have some mulberries that have grown out from seed, some random squashes. Another plant that's going to be represented in here is going to be Turkish rocket as well. But I have a whole bed of that in the garden for propagating. Over here, you see we have some Siberian pea shrub, some types of apple rootstocks, and plum rootstocks. That's going to be for later. Okay, let's take a look here. So we have the sweet cicely is starting to go to seed, it has ripened off the seed. So I actually need to collect this like nowish. Here, this is going to be my seed stock for next year for growing out plants. I have a lot of sweet cicely in the other area. Let's take a look at the Turkish rocket bed. And so the main garden area I'm kind of turning into an impromptu nursery area as well. We haven't really had the time this year to have a proper vegetable garden, but we've still been eating plenty of things that have been gone to seed and stuff like that. But so here's a whole bed of Turkish rocket that I'm hoping will get big and strong this year, that I can then sell a few plants and use the rest to seed out the next generation next year for plant sales. This is kind of like my starting point here for building up my Turkish rocket inventory. I'll keep you posted on this, and whenever it's really thriving, I'll make a video of that. Alright, this is the other main nursery area right here. This is the air prune bed with the nuts. This is kind of just the reality of this year. I'm not happy with, I was not on top of things, as you can see. I planted a bunch of chestnuts and walnuts and hazels in here, and we have things coming up. That's great, but I planted a lot more seeds than what's in here coming up right now. I have not been watering this on any kind of regular basis, but a deep mulch is kind of the solution to almost everything all my drought problems, basically. And so the main theme of this whole area is mostly elderberries, sea kale, a whole lot of things, but mostly elderberries and sea kale and good King Henry and sweet Cicely are some of the main characters in here. I'm also trying to do some figs, working on getting some Desert King and Olympia fig. You can see I've kind of lined all these cuttings up. These are actually all different cuttings I got from Sean at Edible Acres. And so all these are grow and grow up, and I'm hoping next year that they'll just like really pop off, have some huge plants. This is all good King Henry right here. A lot of it is starting to ripen off seed, and I've been trying to create areas for it to keep seeding out. Moving along here, I was experimenting with the sweet Cicely and seeing how well the seeds stratify, and they stratify very, very easily. I actually had dug up and transplanted a bunch of sweet Cicely earlier this year, and I should not have done that. I should have just left it in place. Lesson learned, I'm just going to leave stuff in place and not dig up things, because almost all of them died that I transplanted in the summer, which I should have known. But actually came through here not too long ago and did some heavy weeding. This is going to be the beginning of my Nanking bush cherries right here. Some young plants. I have not had anything bare yet. Some lamb's quarter, really great food, but I do not need it taking up space here. And so, yeah, as you can see, sweet Cicely, these are all different sweet Cicely plants. I just kind of broadcasted out seed. In here I've got Egyptian walking onion. I just transplanted last week, so it's gonna be a while. It'll bounce back. It's pretty hardy stuff. I'm not worried about it, but I'm trying to expand the Egyptian walking onion patch. Some random mulberries, and all along the edges here I've been transplanting out some of my older elderberries. This is Ella Campaign, excuse me. Yeah, elders. I have some Yasa berries back here. Also, along the line, I've got chestnuts. And we're actually going to get our first hazelnuts this year. But I'd seeded out randomly a bunch of good King Henry as well. And so, like, here's just random good King Henry seedlings. Just all throughout here, random. Like, definitely next year, I'm in the process of honing some semblance of order in here, so it's a challenge really when you're working with these plants to try to grow out a bunch in some sort of organized manner. And you just end up like, this is the pathway, good King Henry in here. I actually seeded out a whole bunch of good King Henry in this whole mulched out area, hoping I can just get a bunch more to be able to offer to folks who are interested. So that is basically what's going on with this other second main nursery area. And of course, my goal here is basically to be able to take some of these bigger mother plants and put them out into some tree islands I have going out in the orchard, and be able to get some more diversity going in the orchard. And I'll make a video of that when we get there. But yeah, so there's a bunch of other random stuff going on here, but I will go ahead and sign off for now. This is kind of what's been going on at the moment. Yeah, thanks for watching.